This is an interesting idea that I had. If I were hotter, I would be more confident. So just think about it. If you were more physically attractive, you would be more confident or confident. Because do you remember in the previous video, like it's a really old video, where I say that confidence comes from competence? Like a quote from Andrew Tate is that confidence just comes from competence. Competence is your physical ability to get shit done. And when you look better, people think you can get shit done. Why? Because when you look better, you get the halo effect. What's the halo effect? Halo effect is like people think you are a nicer person. People think you're a more competent person just because you look better, you look good, just because of that. They don't know, even if they don't know your personality, your past, your future, whatever, your present, they will think you're a nicer person with a better personality just because you're hot. And this thing has been re-emphasized to me like recently, because I went on a bulk and I did it the wrong way. I did some dirty bulking and I got a bit more chubby. Got a bit more fat. Like there's a bit more fat around my face, there's a bit more fat around my stomach. I'm just not as lean as I usually am because I did a bulk. There's, of course, inevitably going to be a bit more fat gain when you're on bulk. So imagine me just sitting down on the dinner table, chowing down on 4 meals a day, which are pretty heavy on carbs, pretty heavy on protein, and really low in fats. But at the same time, I'm not doing enough cardio to process the carbs and put it into like lean tissue. So what's gonna happen? Insulin is gonna kick in and it's gonna put it into like adipose tissue. So that's what happened with me. I got a bit more chubby than I expected on this bulk, and it affected me in a not so great way. So I'm not as hot, I'm not as lean, I'm not, my face is not as angular, and I did notice a bit more like differences in my personality. I'm not as loud as like previously anymore. I'm not as like confronting as I was early on. Even if I look more aggressive, I'm not. I just look more like a teddy bear then, honestly. Why? Because I made the mistake of letting go of my hotness for more muscle. I made that mistake. So if I were more hot, I would be more confident. And if I were more confident, it would be easier to be like social, sexual, and just have a better life overall. So don't make the mistake I made. Always be hot. Never be not hot. Okay? Always make an effort to put like always make an effort towards your looks. Always, always brush in the morning. And don't make the mistake that I did of letting go of my hotness because I wanted more muscle gain. This happened because I didn't do as much cardio as I should, right? And another lesson comes that if you do want to do a bulk, please focus on your cardio. If you do less cardio, your heart isn't going to be as strong, and isn't going to like pump the blood around your body as good. And since you are eating so much more, you're going to have water retention. And if you're not doing cardio, the water retention is going to stay there and you are going to end up looking worse, which in turn affects your confidence, which in turn affects you as a person. You don't get the halo effect anymore and people start treating you differently. Okay, you're a bigger guy, you got more muscle, you're a bit more intimidating, but you don't have the sexy, cute fuckboy kind of look anymore. It's towards a bit more like a ogre, a big, big chubby ogre, right? So never, don't make the mistake of losing your hotness and just do more cardio. Even if you're bulking, even if you're cutting, just as much cardio as humanly possible. I'm making another video where I'm saying that cardio is really bloody important and it's gonna save your mental health and it's gonna save you from killing yourself. So please, please focus on being hot and doing more cardio, because when you're more confident, your life is just gonna be better in every single instance. Suppose there's like two instances of you approaching a girl. In one instance you're hot and you're confident because of it. In another instance you're not hot and you're not confident because of it. You can still be like, oh, positive affirmations, I'm still confident because I believe in myself, that stuff. But raw physicality speaks for itself. When you look yourself in the mirror, if you're not that hot, you're not gonna feel that good. Like any amount of self-belief, any amount of good affirmations may not help that much of just looking physically hot, right? So in instance two, you're not that hot, you're not that confident, but you still approach the girl because fuck it. In instance one, taking out the factor that you're hot, you're gonna come off as a better person because you're more confident. And because of the subtle differences in your body language, in your tone, in the way you look at her, just because you're more confident, she's gonna be more attracted to you in instance one where you're more confident because you're hot. But in instance two, because of the fact that you looked at yourself in the mirror in the morning and you didn't feel the way your stomach looked, you aren't going to be as confident. Like, I know this is like weird as hell. How would it affect because I look more chubby, but I still believe in myself, right? No, this is a bit more blackpilling because looks maxing really bloody matters. I'm trying to curse less in my video, so it might be a bit off-putting. So in instance two, when you're not that hot and you're not that confident, you're gonna come off as different. You're probably gonna come off as worse. Trust me. And when you come off as worse, you're probably more likely to get complained on, or you're more likely to be like not be received in a receptive or a positive way, right? You may not get the ending that you want, or getting the number, or getting attracted to you. So please, bro, just this one lesson that I want to give you from this channel: be more hot, don't be not hot. Okay, that's it. That if you want to take one thing from this video, from this channel, is like, try to do every single thing that you can to be hot and to be fun and just to be better, right? To be more confident, just do what it takes, right? Even if it means to sacrifice a little bit of muscle gain just for the sake that you want to like preserve your leanness and do a slower bulk, do it. Like, I made the mistake of doing my bulk really bloody fast. Okay, I got pattern on the stomach, my waist just increased. Okay, I gained more size, but more that more size probably just the fat around my muscles, right? So more size isn't always worth it. It needs to be quality size. Okay, you need to put on quality muscle, you need to put on quality weight when you're bulking. How do you do that? Slight small bit of calorie surplus. That's the mistake I made. I did a dirty bulk and calorie surplus is too much. At the same time, not enough cardio because you're eating shitty foods, you're not gonna have enough energy to do stuff. And yeah, when you're bulking, small bits of calorie surplus, way more cardio because of the water retention, and you should preserve your looks, bro. That's it.